You're watching DCTV. Now here's your host, the voice, Dave Canning. It's you, it's me, it's DCTV. It's you, it's me, it's DCTV. Let's start the show.
It's you, it's me, it's H-W-P. It's you, it's me, it's H-W-P.
Excuse you, Harold, Commissioner Harold, the puppet.
What's up, Dave?
Listen, I know it's all fun and games, right? It's all fun and games. We've been having a lot of fun. But I will say what is not fun is being accused of what happened on the Wrestling N.R.D broadcast earlier this week when Nick Carpenter was tragically struck by a vehicle. And you had to make the decision to vacate the crown. But now it is time for me to take my rightful place and carry on the mantle of the King of the Nerds, which I will so rightfully do this Sunday at All Out. And as you said, it will be myself taking on the man who's never worn the crown, Ryan Crossley, and of course you, Harold, in a triple threat match in a predictions contest, in which we'll give our predictions right now, right? Because somebody,
baby, yeah, all out, yeah.
Somebody has to wear this crown. And
it's me.
Well, it's going to be.
Have the crown? Why do you have the crown already?
Because
he's delusional.
I'm just kidding. I have one too. Mint and baggy.
This is not Nick's crown, okay? I don't want anyone to think that, okay? This is not Nick's crown. This is my crown I've had this whole time, okay? But listen, we're here to give our predictions for All Out 2021 this Sunday from Chicago. But to make this completely fair, I'm not going to be the host of this predictions. Harold's not even going to be the host of the predictions. We have, ladies and gentlemen, we've brought in a very special guest to be the host of our All Out predictions contest. So please welcome, hailing from Florida, New York, Spaceman George.
Roger that. I hear you. You need a host for this thing?
Yes,
Spaceman.
Well,
can you hear us, George?
Yes, I hear you live from space.
Oh, perfect.
I just want to say that it was awful what happened to the King Nick Carpenter.
He's not the king anymore. He's not the king.
Sad. And I hope that the authorities figure out exactly what happened.
We have a full investigation.
Well, excellent. Yes. I'm looking space. So, are we just gonna get started?
We may as well, Spaceman George. You're the host here, so let's start rolling through these.
All right. Well, the first match of the evening is going to be Jon Moxley versus Kojima. Is that how you say that?
Yes.
All right. We'll start with Dave. Dave, what do you think?
I think it's going to be a really good match, but I don't see Jon Moxley losing this because apparently he was supposed to fight Tanahashi, I believe. So I'm going to go with Jon Moxley.
All right. What about you, Harold?
Oh, Spaceman George. This is a pretty easy pick. It has to be the crazy guy, Jon Moxley. I think that we're going to get some good, heavy punches. Bam, bam, bam. But I'm picking Moxley for the win.
All right. Hey, Ryan.
George, I'm happy you're watching us from space, but normally the order, Nick isn't here, it should have gone to me. I thought I'd get to go first, but that's okay. You probably know more than me being from outer space. Before we start, who's keeping track? Because I dropped the ball before. You gonna rewatch this, Dave?
I will be the official tallier right here. Or I'll keep track. Hashtag sexy spreadsheets are back on Sunday, baby.
Because we can trust you, right, Dave?
Of course, I would never cheat. I would never cheat.
Truthful.
I would never put things in my favor. I would never run anyone over with a car.
Okay. Fine. I'm going Mox. I'll be quick and easy Mox for sure.
Wonderful. What's next there, Spaceman?
All right. Well, the next match on the card was just added, I believe, tonight, was the Women's Casino Battle Royal. So we'll start with Ryan because he wants to go first, apparently.
Thank you, George. I'm a baby this week. Well, I'm just looking at the participants as we speak, and one stuck out to me. I didn't even see who was there. Jade Cargill. I think I'm going to say she's going to continue to be dominant and win that.
Okay. And Dave?
I am going to go with Thunder Rosa to win.
All right. And Harold?
Well, I don't know why no one's talking about this, but we have a wild card, the Joker. And a lot of people are saying it could be Ruby Soho, Destination Unknown. I love that band Rancid. They're so cool. But I don't know if she's going to be in it. So I don't want to pick her. I'm going to say, I hate to agree with Dave, but I think it is Thunder Rosa. I do like Ryan's pick, though. Jade Cargill is in for a big push soon.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been a little premature. Yeah.
Maybe not.
So what do we got next there, George?
All right. The next match on the card, it's the returning CM Punk versus Darby Allin with no Sting. Sting's gonna just flinch pump him and go to the back. So we'll start with Harold this time.
CM Punk. He brought ice cream back to wrestling. I love that. I'm going CM Punk. He's gonna do that go to sleep move where he puts him on his shoulders and he goes bam, and then his leg comes up. Pow.
All right, we'll go to Dave.
Why does it keep making me laugh during this? I'm gonna go move for move, play for play there with stop that. Play for no one keep geez Louise, I can't. Oh man. I am gonna go as with CM Punk as well. Wakanda forever, CM Punk, baby.
All right.
Hopefully Darby doesn't chop him too hard.
All right, Ryan.
Well, Harold's tactics aren't getting to me. He's adorable, but my pick was already set a while ago. CM Punk.
That's what I like to hear.
All right. Well, next on the card is no BS. Take the BS out. It's Paul White versus QT Marshall.
Who goes first, George?
Oh yeah, we'll go Dave. George isn't very good at this.
George speaks in the third person. Interesting.
Yes. In space. We speak in third person in space.
Bob Dole's favorite spaceman. If anybody's old enough to remember that, go to bed.
Bob Dole.
Bob Dole will make a great president, said Bob Dole. I'm going to go with Paul White. Paul White will win this match because Dave thinks Paul White is going to KO QT.
All right, Ryan.
Sorry, I was stuck on the what did you say? KO. I was thinking choke slam, but
KO QT.
Yeah, is that what's called? I don't know.
It was, and
so George, you kind of unveiled. I see you only have one arm. I kind of half expected two arms or multiple. So your right side is one arm. Okay,
one arm.
Oh, it's all fingers.
George is a one-armed creature.
Are you just mimicking me? Perhaps us? Maybe. Oh, you're doing the same thing now. Kind of. Okay. QT Marshall. I met him before he turned mean. So I just have hope, not in his current attitude, but in his skills and his niceness when I met him. So I think I see that he's got his two guys with him, Aaron Solo and the guy who scares me.
Nick Colorado.
There we go. I think somehow
maybe that Nick ran over our Nick.
Maybe he'll pull it off. QT Marshall.
Maybe we can call that Nick. We can get him on the show. We can be the nerd broadcast again because now we're just the herd. We're the herd broadcast.
Herd
mentality.
Harold.
Well, it's the Paul White. I think he really has to win, but I also think it doesn't matter if he wins. This match, I don't know why, is stressing me out because QT Marshall is getting a lot of heat right now, especially after tonight's Wednesday night Dynamite on TNT, brought to you by Domino's. I don't know.
Brought to you by ice
I'm
cream.
wondering, is the Gun Club going to get involved? Is the Factory going to get involved? Paul White's hands are so big, I think he can chokeslam all of them at once. I got to go with, well, it's the Paul White.
All right. Did everybody got picked, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
We all.
All right.
So wait, Ryan, who did you go with? I'm sorry.
QT.
You went with QT. Okay. Just curious. Okay. Next, we're good. We go on.
All right, we're gonna go to the TNT title match between God's favorite champion MIRO versus the Hood's favorite contender Eddie Kingston.
Westchester, just like me.
So we'll start with Dave on this one.
Listen, I met Eddie Kingston. He was great. He said, we're going to do this like it's Sing Sing. He told me that's a prison. I was like, bro, I used to work in Austin. I know all about Sing Sing. So I'm going with MIRO. Going with MIRO, 100%.
That story made.
Had you and swerve.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling this isn't the last swerve.
Ooh.
All right, Ron.
Wow, I hear Southern twang slightly. You visited
Tennessee space.
perhaps?
His
Have you
voice has
visited,
changed a lot.
friend of the show, Shane in Tennessee, perhaps. I think Miro's well. Eddie's going to put up a heck of a fight, but make Miro look more golden.
All right. What about Harold?
Harold? Who's Harold? My name's
Harold.
Harold. I gotta say, I love Eddie Kingston so much. I think he's great. I think he's probably a really, really good friend. But Miro is being a really good champion. So maybe he'll win, he'll retain. Who knows? Maybe CJ Perry will walk him to the ring.
Don't speak that into existence. Please
We
don't.
like Lana. Lana is the best. Lana, number one.
I'm going to throw you off the cell again. You keep talking like that.
Lana
Maybe you'll
is
get
the
hit.
best. Lana, number one.
Somebody
Lana
get me
is
my
the
car
best.
keys. Get me my
Lana,
car
number
keys.
one. Are you threatening with cars, Dave?
No. Who would do that? Who would dare hit somebody with their own car?
They're gonna
Okay.
catch you riding dirty.
I took a shower.
I think you're a murderer.
No one said Nick's dead. We just said he's hurt.
I haven't seen him. He's not picking up his phone.
You're right. He hasn't been in our group chat all day. A group chat that you can join if you join our Patreon at only $3 a month in Nick's garage.
It's
Maybe
24
we'll make
hours
it-
long.
Exactly. Maybe we'll have to change that level to George's space station.
Why would you say that?
Georgia's space station
Because
is very
we may have to replace
Very
Nick.
evil.
We could be the GERD podcast.
Hmm.
So now that we've all
GERD?
thought Miro,
Oh my god.
all right. Well, next match will be the AEW Women's Championship. It's going to be Britt Baker, DMD, versus George's close personal space friend, Chris Statlander. We start with Harold.
Well, I have some teeth. I don't know if you can see my teeth. I don't have any cavities, and you know why? I see Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. I love Chris Statlander, but I think Britt Baker is the best women's champion right now, and I think she's gonna go far, far places. I'm picking the doctor.
All right. Ron.
There's many reasons I could pick Britt Baker. My family, they work in the dental field, so I think just it's near and dear to my heart. And yeah, Dave as well. I know. Yeah, I definitely got to go Britt Baker. She owes me a photo too. I passed up getting a photo with her. Now she's big time. She's not gonna answer my calls. That's for sure.
I can get you a photo with a well-respected dentist. Trust
There
me.
you go. Sounds
But yes, So I do have to represent my baby here, and I too am going to go with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD for this one. So that's 3 Brits across the board.
All right.
All
Let me
right.
scratch off my notebook. George is close personal friends with Dan Houston all of a sudden.
Very nice. Very spacey.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very evil.
Very spaced out.
Yes.
George Housen. It's Ryan, the Crosshausen, Bougiehausen, Crossman.
What about me?
It's Dave Canning, the voice, Hausen.
George says the next match is going to be for the AEW Tag Team Championships, and it's going to take place inside of a steel cage. It's the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers. What are we thinking? We'll start with Ryan.
Darn, I was hoping it wasn't me. I was hoping to hear what maybe other people's thoughts were on that one.
Harold can go after you.
Yeah. I'm going to say Lucha Brothers. I don't really know why. I'm a week behind. I have no preparation. My planning for this is no preparation, which hasn't boded well so far. So I'm going to go Lucha Bros. See what happens. Miss you, Nick.
All right. We're going to go to Dave.
Oh, I wasn't hoping to go. This is tough. This may be the toughest match to predict, honestly, because I could see him doing it, but I don't know if but I feel like Kenny and the Bucks will lose their belts all at once, and I guess I could just spoiler on my next prediction, but I'm gonna stick with the Young Bucks. I think the Young Bucks retain in the cage because Penta or Phoenix jump off the cage and just kill themselves practically. They will do more damage to themselves than someone did to Nick, and we will find out who did it because it wasn't me.
Yes.
Harold's next.
Harold's next. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Harold's next in the predictions.
Was that a threat, David?
No.
David, are you threatening me?
No.
Do I need to call the authorities?
George thinks that's a confession.
It might be.
I'm just a big Goldberg fan, that's all.
He's coming to see you.
Just a big Goldberg fan is all. Jeez.
Dave, can you please pipe down so I can give my predictions? This match has amazing potential to be match of the night. Seeing that cage on Dynamite, holy cow, that is going to be so tall. And I think Phoenix is going to flip off of that cage. And I think we're going to have a super kick party. I think it's going to be too sweet with some miedo. But I think that the Lucha Brothers will not be able to win. I'm picking the Good Christian Boys, the Young Bucks. I like the name Rancho Cucamonga.
I'm only 2 hours away.
Why aren't you a young buck then, Ryan?
I passed that age limit a long time ago.
He's a mid-aged buck.
Yeah.
I would
an
have
old
never
buckaroo.
known, Ryan. You look as young as a spring chicken.
I don't know if I've seen one. I'll have to be on the lookout.
Me neither.
What's next?
Next match on the card is Chris Jericho, Le Champion, versus MJF. With Chris Jericho's career, it's on the line. Will he become a commentator or will he stay wrestling? We'll start with let's start with Dave.
Oh, come on, boo. Yeah, I was back and forth on this because I know there's a Fozzy tour coming up. But I think that one of the things that Jericho originally signed on with AEW said like they were able to work around his busy schedule and whatnot. So I think Chris Jericho wins at All Out and does not retire. Boom.
We'll go Harold.
I was going to sing Judas, but I realized I do not know any of the words.
You are beautiful on the
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I'm picking Jericho.
All right. And Ryan?
Well, Ryan,
Ryan.
I did not know of the stipulation until late because I definitely thought Jericho would win. I'm going to Price is Right it just to be a little different. I'm going to say MJF. I would hate to see Jericho retire and come back, not stay true to it, but I hope he's not done, but I'm going MJF.
Ryan, that's two different ones. I think me and Dave are all the same.
I believe so.
Oh, crap.
And then, so then we have...
And then the final match, the main event for the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. You have Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage. We'll start with Harold.
Oh, Spaceman George, making me go first. I am only moderately excited for this match. I wish I had more hype so I could go hype, hype, hype. But I think I'm just, it's going to be good, but I'm not invested. I really like Kenny Omega, and I like his new hair color. And I think it's not time for him to lose yet. Well, I think it's time for him to lose, but not for Christian to win. So I think Kenny, Mega wins.
All right, we'll go with Ryan.
If I may interject just quick, Harold, are you not as psyched because they've already had a match and swapped belts? Is that part of it?
I don't know. I'm not fully into Christian Cage. I think he's great, very talented.
$5 rate.
I don't have the emotional attachment.
George thinks it should have been Hangman.
I think a lot of people think it's Hangman.
Why have Christian Cage when you could have had Adam Page or Brian Cage or Diamond Dallas Page
or Nick freaking Gage?
There you go.
He's too busy with Cargill.
Hey Tom, get my pizza cutter.
Tom, the meatloaf.
Okay. Quick answer. Yeah, Omega. I don't think he's not going to lose the belt yet. He's got to get in the win column against Christian.
All right. And Dave, finally.
Well, I've heard these answers. I respect these two men that have given these responses. But, the guy I'm picking, me and him have similar hairstyles. Just got a micro brawler of him. And I've been waiting for this brawler for a long time. And like I said, we have very similar hairstyles. So I'm going to go with the cleaner, Kenny Omega, baby.
All right.
I like it.
And do we need a tiebreaker?
Yes.
Screw it. Let it
Dave,
happen.
we have the same picks.
It'll happen. We'll figure something out. Don't forget, get your shirt from Gio Galvano, everyone. We didn't establish a tiebreaker, did we?
No.
Do we want or do we think, you know what? If it happens, it happens, and me and Harold can figure out a way to dispute it at some other time.
I say you'll be tag kings of the world.
We could very well see what happens.
We'll end up like the Rockers. I'll put you through a window.
You mean you're gonna run away like a coward through a window? Just like Nick ran away like a coward. He could have jumped that car, I bet.
Wait a second. You're calling Nick a coward? Saying he could have avoided getting run over by a car?
He could have. He looks like he got called. It looks like whoever called him dragged him out to that parking lot outside.
Who called him, Dave?
I don't know. Harold.
Okay. You were on the phone.
No, I was keeping tally. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
I don't even own the phone.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Come on, investigator. We'll figure it out. It could be those dastardly 1992 Denver Broncos, like you suggested. But
Was
so
that
yes,
John Elway?
it could be. But so that is going to do it for our predictions here at All Out. We will determine a new king of the nerds. It will either be myself, Harold, or Ryan. So yes, don't forget to like us on Facebook, Wrestling Nerd Broadcast, Twitter at WNRDB. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com. Wow. Patreon.com/WNRDB. Of course, buy the merchandise, ProWrestlingTees.com/The Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. And that is nerd, spelled NRD. Because
For now,
what's that?
it says that for now. Are we sticking with
I'd
that?
separate. We may have to change our name. We might become the Herd Broadcast because of Harold joining us. But yeah, so on behalf of myself, the future King Dave C. the Voice, my jester to my king, Harold the Puppet, and of course, the Micro Brawler Scholar, the man who has never held the crown before in the 5-month period we've had.
I've held it. I can't
Yes,
put
you've
it on.
held it. You can't put it on yet, brother. Can't put it on yet.
You
So
haven't
on
even
behalf of-
opened it.
Exactly. So on behalf of the three of us, and of course, Spaceman George from Florida, New York.
Long live the King Nick from space.
Oh, I'm
Thank
sorry, we don't speak Klingon here. Don't forget to tell your mother you love her every day because, like Kevin Durant said, Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone, and God bless America and the International Space Station.